Line, clear, head button first. Now quickly, you respond to like this. Control. So the move here is same. Control. Now that coming in same hand, elbow, force, control, and then out. Hi everyone, it's Master Wong here today again. It's another beautiful day and I will here to be spend some time with you talking about how to fight the bully. As you know, last week we talking about knife. As the first time I experienced when I'm young, that somebody grab hold of me, push me down on my head, force me down the ground. Only thing I can do is reaching to my dear life and get a knife and shove them in their face. And then I started coming feeling like the hungry dog try to attacking you. And then I'm using the same knife and stabbing them. They're grabbing their hand out, pulling the sleeve out, and I keep stabbing them and bleeding everywhere. Now, like I mentioned before, it's not just me have this kind of experience through this life when I'm in a jail. Many of you comment on this video go through this experience as well. So it's not just myself. Bully is one of the most important thing need to understand about it. Need to be stopped. How you stopping it is you need to speaking out. You need to be strong enough. You need to have enough confidence to be able to do so. Okay, I'm not here to promote violence. I'm not here to tell people that you have to carry the knife with you everywhere you're going so you can save you. Okay, I'm here to tell you that where I am when I young in Vietnam, that's what happened to me. Okay, so you need to understand it. Then become a lot more easier for you to know the story and you can able to help many people as well. So this week we're going to talk a little bit about something slightly different. It's something very memorable for me when I'm as a child. Okay, now as we growing up, as we teaching martial like myself, for instance, teaching martial for many years now, many people talking a lot about attacking like the dog fight, fighting and then you're biting, gouging, all sorts of different things like this that you use, because this is part of the combat. This is the part of survival that you get yourself into, and it's not that you want to use it. It's because it's a time and a place for you to using this kind of weapon. Okay, in our body there manifest so many different weapons: hand, the fist, the jaw, the finger for ground, elbow, okay, head, knee, leg for kicking, shoulder, all different part of weapon. But we're also using our mouth as a weapon too. To using it, you need to have time, place to be able to use it. It's not can be used at any time, because somebody not going to stand there for you to go and grab them and then bite the head off like that, like the zombie. It's not going to happen. Okay, so on this kind of learning, you learn to understand it. And then what happens is when the time comes, you experience through it by the situation when it presents to you. And it's only thing you got is the weapon. This is the weapon you got and use it. Okay? So many people asking this question. Many of you talk about it. So today, I will go through some of my experience there so you can get in the idea of it. That way become a lot more easier for you to know that is it the weapon can be used? What is it and what the consequences will be? Okay, so the journey will be last time that I mentioned to you about on it is I've been attacked. I stabbed somebody and the kid, their family, the people around them don't like me. Give my mom a lot of problem. Always surround my house, throwing rock at my house. Don't let me go from the hill, go down there, try to collecting water. They don't let me do that. It's also the problem. So my mom thinking the best way for me is send me away to her brother. So it's my uncle. Okay, my uncle sent away there. And when I sent away long away, so nobody can find out and nobody know that where I am. So it become a lot more easier. So I stay with my uncle quite far away from where I originally come from in Hong Kong. Then become a lot more easier for people that don't know me. So I mix in quite well. But unfortunately, I have a problem with, I don't know, just problem kid, when you get in to never get mixed with people. When I ride to my uncle place, they got their family have kid, one boy and I think girl as well. I think that time is only a boy and a very young girl, daughter he got, because my uncle is my mom's youngest brother. Okay, so his youngest brother. So I don't get on with his son very well. And because we are boy, we're about 9 years old, we always try to do things and always got problems. So I don't really get on with the kid. So most of the time I spend on my own and doing all the thing on myself. In front of the house where I live used to be, is they have a small pond there, quite big pond actually. I go fishing there, I do go swimming down there. And also in that time in Vietnam, we have buffalo. They have buffalo to able to like go to the rice field. So I look after two of them buffalo. And then buffalo, if you know about buffalo, they stay in a small hut and they stink. They're shitting there, they're eating there, they're pissing there, it stink. So I spend most of my time there. That's one of my best friends actually on it. I spend most of my time there, play around with the buffalo, take them out in the morning, clean them up, and then bring them back. So that way they can take them to the rice field and then doing the soil for them to grow in the harbor their rice as the season come. So I do that every morning. I go up in the morning, go out, spend some time, but all the morning, take the buffalo out, sit on them, and then go around, get them to eat some grass, drink some water. I do this every morning, all the time. Nothing really changed. So one day, I go into that particular rice field. If you know about Vietnam, the rice field, they have a lot of small section. Like every houses, they have one section. And in that particular section, you look after that section and you put the water in when you got no more water left in it dry. So you can able to harbor your rice on the time come. So either side of the small track road is water bank, quite deep water bank. So it's not very big. It's about that kind of a width. It's not very big. It's about less than a meter width. So it's only able to have one sort of like buffalo can walk, go through them. You can't have two buffalo go in there because one of them have to be fall down to the ditch. So what happened is I started to take the buffalo in the morning. Every morning, go out this particular road that I go. My favorite one. Why? Because it's straight. It's very straight and it's very narrow, not very narrow. So it's quite straight, easy for me to control. Imagine you're a 9-year-old boy and then on top of the buffalo. And the buffalo is quite big, big, chunky buffalo. And then they've got a rope around their nose. So you control them and with a small, little bit of stick and then hit them to make them move, okay? And then you steer them to where they're going. But if you're going into the rice field and it's very narrow and stuff like that, if you turn, you fall down. So it happened to me many times. Last time it happened to me, I fall down, I turn, he slip, the buffalo slip, he fall down, and I fall down, nearly drown myself, That time I'm don't know how to swim. So I don't really like that kind of falling down. I don't like it. It's just not very good. Nobody there. Not many people around there. So if you fall down to the small riverbank, it's going to be a problem. No one look after you, okay? And in Vietnam, that time, if you know about Vietnam, it's hot. So quite a lot of snake everywhere, cobra and stuff like that. So you don't want to be hang around near to the water and stuff like that. And they have a lot of different big Colorado slug, big slug as well. They're eating all sort of stuff. They're eating kid too. So I don't really like it. And I go there, and then one day I take my buffalo out for the morning. Nothing happened. Nice, sunshine, very good, beautiful. Have a nice, beautiful day there. No problem at all. And then some kid from another village come across, what is their buffalo? They're quite big as well. They want to go past. And my time is finished now. Take the buffalo back home now, back home. Then I can start to a little bit of reading or study in the lunchtime. So in that particular bit, you can't have two buffalo. One of them have to fall down and one of them not. And I'm not going to want to fall down there because I don't know how to swim. So I worry, I scare. I don't want to fall down there. And if go forward with it. And when he get there, I stop there. And then he come out. He try to whip in the buffalo, try to make my buffalo move. So I'm not going to let them do that. So what happened is I can't do much to the buffalo because the buffalo don't want to move. And he jumped off, get a stick, started whipping me, punching me, and start hitting me. Now, as you remember, in that particular time, I don't want to get in trouble. My mom already give me the warning. If you made a mistake again, if you start go out fighting again, I'm gonna disown you. She gonna disown me, you know. So. And it's the last place is her brother, and I stay there. That's the last result for me. So I don't want any trouble. And I already have a problem with the kid already at home, like my uncle or son. So I don't want to have more problem, you know. So I let it be, you know. I've been beat up all the time, so let it be. But this bloody dude whacking me, smack on the head, made my ear bleeding. Punch in the face, mouth bleeding everywhere. It's a freaking nightmare. You only can take so much. And then started strangle me, try to dump me down to the ditch, down to the river side there, the river bank. Try to dump me down there. And I'm just worried. So I grab hold of him. And I started to grab hold of my head. We are struggling a little bit. And the next thing I noted, it's like I can't breathe. It's like worried. I panic. My eyes start to like... Can't see things, like a little bit dizzy, you know, can't see things, I swore, scared, hand is shaking, and I grab hold of the body, and next thing I know, my teeth, my face, right on his thigh here, okay? And what I do, I grab it, and I yank it out like that, because you're scared, and the bite gets so hard, because he stopped, sit behind me, I bite it so hard, I rip the whole goddamn chunk meat out this boy leg, okay? Rip it out like that, and bleeding everywhere, and I start there like that, and he's pulled it out, run off and get into this buffalo and then run away, get home. I don't really know what happened next. He screamed like hell. And the only thing I remember is the taste of the human flesh. You know, that's the taste of the boy. And if you live in Vietnam and you live in different countries like India or poor countries, you know, if you're on a buffalo quite a lot, the buffalo sting, and you skin into their skin onto the buffalo, and you hang around the buffalo, and the buffalo's in the shit and the mud all the time, and smell, and it gone into your body as well, and their skin is sting. It's like and then the bleed, the blood as well, and stuff like that is disgusting. It's one of the most disgusting thing I ever taste in my life. Even now, when I'm getting older now, when it came to UK, because in Vietnam I don't eat any buffalo and stuff like that because we very poor, can't afford it. You know, buffalo is very special creature because they are doing work like farming and stuff like that. So I never got a chance either. So when I came to UK, they got beef in UK and stuff like that. And most of the time when I go out with my colleague, my student, go out to eat, they normally order steak, rare steak. And I see the blood there. I hate eating steak. I just don't like it. Give me bad taste and a bad memory. Even now, the smell and the feeling out of it, I still can feel it. So that is the journey that I have onto when you beat somebody. Now, on that time, I don't know much about disease and problems and stuff like that. So I don't know anything about it. So because of that, you just got to do what you have to do. And because you're a kid, you just got to go and do whatever you need to do to survive, do whatever you need to be able to get home. And that's what is it. So my experience on biting, is it work? Yes, it work. It's a time and a place for it to be used. And can you use them all the time? It's only if it presented to you, okay? And you don't want to bite somebody when you bite somebody. And I don't want to recommend you like when you have the bully punching you and grab and start to bite you and stuff like that. Better attacking the groin or attacking a certain part instead of biting them, because you don't know what sort of disease they're possessed in their body, and you don't want any of that. coming to you. Even you fight a bully, then you're gonna fight for your life or the disease in your body. So that's what is I find into the sort of like biting and stuff like that. And throughout my time, I use quite a lot of that because it's very effective. Certain part like attacking a grapple of you in the arm, like choke in the arm, like that, and then near there, and you're going to use it. Because when you talk about training, fighting, or you're talking about into the martial arts side, every weapon it counts. Every weapon need to be deployed when you use it because we're in the act of war or in act of combat here. Okay, so that's what is it. So on this particular part here, I would like to spend a bit of time here to talk to you a little bit about what do you do if you're in my situation, in that situation like I am. Okay, are you letting this person, this boy here, beat you up, smack your face in, and beat you up and dump you down a ditch and let you drown, and no one out there really see you, and then you're a dead person? Or you will start to fight back. Let me turn this off first. Okay, or you will start to fight back and sort out the problem you got, and then go from there. Because if you're not gonna do A, is let it be, because you want to make your mom happy. You want to make your uncle happy. So you don't want any trouble. B, you are no choice. You fight back. And then you do whatever it takes to make sure you survive and go home and fight another day. What is you going to do? Okay. Message, comment below here and tell me. I love to hear some of your story because I love to talk about it. I'm 50 years old now. 41 years ago. Okay, that's 42 years ago. That's when it's happened. And even that time, many people nowadays, the problem with a lot of time bully is no one to talk to. You don't speak out. You don't have enough confidence to speak out. No, you're thinking no one listen to you. Okay, the most important to understanding is I over to UK for about 40 odd years now. I live over here. A lot of things need to understand. If you are in that situation, you need to speak to someone. You need to find somebody to speak to, and you need to find somebody that you're able to talk about this. If you're not, it's going to be a big problem. So in my time, I got nobody to talk to. Okay, my uncle is too busy working. My mom is too busy working, and I on my own. So I really got no friend. Only person I can talk to is my buffalo. Okay, and then that's all I able to speak to. That's why most of you, sometimes a lot of people get bullied, a lot of people got problem that love animal, because animal don't really give them problem. So that's why. So comment below here and tell me about it, and talk to me, message here on comment below and tell me a little bit of your story. What you've been problem with you before and how you solve your problem. Okay, I will talk to you more about the journey through how I solve my as we go through, because it's solving my problem is all to do with confidence, and it's all to do with next week or so I talk to you about my mentor changing my life. And most of you haven't read my book yet. Check this one out. It's called a Master Wong event. Okay, Little Dragon. That will tell you everything about inside here. I think on a chapter 4, chapter 5, they talk about that buffalo. They're talking about that how I biting someone. So all this I go through this and go through with you that on it, so you know. So where you get this particular my book here, it's from Amazon all around the world. Amazon, go in Amazon, put in event. Master Wong event, Little Dragon, okay? You will find me all around the world onto the Amazon store. That way you can get one, have a rebound, learn about it. I also have it on my website, masterwong.tv, okay? Masterwong.tv. In there, they have all the information, and they got digital copy as well. That way you can read them and you can able to learn it and share with people to learn more, okay? So on this particular bit here, I will talk to you in a minute about question and answer. Okay, you're sticking around. So now have a question time now. Okay. Now how I'm gonna answer some of the question is easier for me to answer. Is a lot of time is sent it to me into the masterwong.tv, because that way a little bit more personal, because some of the question you're asking is difficult to answer in the video. This video underneath there, it's too long and it got a lot more to talk about. It's difficult just to answer straightforward. Okay. Now someone asking me this cream fresh. That's one of the guy, I don't know, boy or girl or little kid or adult. I'm not really sure, okay? So what he asking, he's sending the message, I think it's from Hong Kong. That's what they look like when I'm soul food this, but he have the English name. And he asked me, have you got a question for you? If a father physically assault a kid, what would the child do? How the child will prepare for this? Okay, now, and then I asked him back, I messaged him back and said to him, ask him that, how old is the kid? Okay, and he said to me, the kid, just say maybe the kid is from 11 to 19 years old. Now, let me tell you one thing, it's a big difference from 11 to 19 years old, okay? It's a big goddamn difference. So you need to understand that, okay? So I'm not gonna, and then then afterward you said to me, you're asking so many different people about it already. They do the video about the video about the lesson for what the kid should do. Now let me tell you something straight so you know how and what to do. Because if you don't, you listen to everyone and all the people out there, it's going to be a nightmare. So make up your own mind when you finish, listen to this, and then it's helping you. Not just you, but many of you out there have this same problem. So you can able to help yourself. Let me tell you one thing. For me, when I'm young, okay, when I'm young, 9 years old, I listened to my neighbor, okay, he said, oh yeah, you go home, you do this to your mom, yeah, get a stick whacking her and do something to her. You know what happened when I done that? She tied me up, okay, get a bigger whip, bigger stick, and beat the living daylight of me. Basically, like 100 times harder than before because you fight back. You started hurting, to doing something silly, okay? Because you need to understand, if you're at home, okay, you're at home, everything is locked inside the house and you're not able to go out. And they're going to beat you up if you're 9, 10, 11 years old. You can't do anything about it. It's going to be very difficult for you to able to fight back on that. So what's the best thing to do? The best thing that I recommend to do is speak to somebody you're close with. Your mom maybe, your brother maybe, your teacher maybe, your uncle maybe, somebody that you know. So they listen to you or that you're friend with them a bit. That way we're helping you to resolve the problem. Because maybe your father have issue. Maybe he drug addict. Maybe he alcoholic. Maybe have a lot of problem at work and depressed and all sort of thing. Now, that is not an excuse, but that's what happened. Same thing with my family, okay? That's what happened. They are assaulting the member of the family because of many different reasons. So you need to have a look at that side, okay? That's one thing. Another thing as well is you start slowly learning to some fitness, to some exercise. Don't eat junk food so you're more stronger, you're more confident a little bit as you going older because it's learning as you go. And then try to doing some form of martial art school because you can't go there and do it because you're 11 years old. Somebody got to pay for your tuition. So you got to be able to doing some basic stuff like fitness, something like that to helping you, okay? Or you can find somebody can helping you by teaching you some confidence. Not teach you to learning martial art for revenge or try to hurt your mom and dad because you're going to get hurt badly, okay? That's from my experience, so you can understand. If you turn around and say to me, the boy is 19 years old. If the adult now, if it's 19 years old, you need to move out of your house. You need to get out of your house. You need to sort yourself out, okay? Because you stay at home, you may be the bum. You maybe sit your ass at home, don't do any kind of work. You maybe hang around and lazy and don't do what they need to do, the chore in the house. That's why your mom and dad maybe beat you up because you don't do the chore inside the house, okay? So it's many different things. And then you sit there moan and groan. Now, if you want to learn something to get yourself organized, and best thing to do is get yourself more confident by doing some exercise. Okay, helpful a little bit, and hopefully your mom and dad don't give you a problem if you're 19 years old. Otherwise, move out of the house and independent, take care of yourself. That's what you need. Okay, we got loads of different questions, but this is one of them that quite come up. So if you want to ask me anything else, anybody want to ask me personally and stuff like that, and it's long to answer, and I will do the video and put it underneath of this video here to helping you, and I will put it separately. So check it out, and that's where that will be able to help you. Any other thing you got problem with, the most important thing is got a confidence. Okay, so you're able to sort things out. Okay, that's the most important thing. I will see you next week, and I will have some more stuff for you. And if you are comment underneath this video, I'm more likely gonna do the video and talk, go fluent with it, because then it's become a lot more easier. So anything you want to ask me, then I will help you, because it's full experience, so I will tell you. Because if you start doing something like that at home, get beat up. I get beat up badly, okay? And then next week, I talk to you a little bit about why I move out of the house, get out of the house when I'm 19 years old, run away from home, okay? And how one of my mentors I met, that changed my life, could event changing everything, that changing my life is because of that. So I will talk to you next week. Take it easy, and I will see you all soon. Make sure to start to do some training on our video. We already got up for you there, specifically for you not want to learn Wing Chun for self-defense and Tai Chi for self-defense. That will helping you. And this one here is for helping you get your mind, body, and spirit properly. Okay? I'll speak to you next week. Out.